Hey guys, welcome to BP, the Bible Perspective. Let's talk about the new blackface. Now before we get into it, please like and share this video and subscribe to BP, the Bible Perspective. And as always, if you have a thought or comment, add it to the comments section below. All comments are welcome. And there's a new wave of blackface that's kind of sweeping the land. This is what I mean. Ever since Candace Owens decided to do her video, and it was a huge success, garnering millions of views. And that worked out great for Candace. She made millions. Oh, I should say not make millions, but it certainly gave her the exposure that anyone could envy, especially somebody like myself, right, who wants those kinds of views. And but I got to thinking, a lot of people begin to post, a lot of white people were posting her videos. And I thought to myself, why? But that's not the first time that has happened. You see, there's this trend where white conservatives are posting their black face. Candace Owens, Thomas Sowell, Larry Elders, or whatever. White conservatives who are posting black people as validation for I'm not racist. Now, of course, this is a lot different than the blackface of yesteryear. We even see blackface come up in scandals with politicians, colleges, where white kids today are painting blackface on them as a disparaging image to black people. Believe it or not, blackface really emerged or started back because white movie producers wouldn't hire black actors, so they would hire white actors painted with blackface. Okay? And now that's become the stigma. But that's not what I'm talking about right here. I'm talking about white conservatives who, whenever they want to make a racial point, they pull out a black face like Candace Owens or Larry Elders or Jesse Lee Peterson. Or you can go on and on and on. These black faces tend to be black conservatives, okay, who make their money, get their exposure, excuse me, by trashing black people. That's right. They get on and they say, white people, you're good. It's not bad. You're really not that racist. Racism really wasn't that bad. Slavery wasn't even that bad. It's the black people that's bad. Of course, you see Candace Owens, who, out of all the times to pick, she wanted to trash the legacy of George Floyd. She wanted everybody to know how much of a criminal this person is, even though his status had nothing to do, one, with his death, and two, with the protest of the cops' police brutality that caused his death. Now other black faces have jumped on the bandwagon and said, Floyd is no hero. But again, let's expand this and go on. It's not only that you have I have white conservative friends, white Christian conservative friends that always want to post some picture of a black person to show I'm not really that racist. In my opinion, posting it pretty much shows you're a racist. They don't really show these black faces other than trying to validate black issues. In other words, think about it. They don't post black faces when it's time to say, let's talk about world peace. Okay, I'm being facetious here. But any other issues, you don't really see them posting black faces. In other words, they only post the black face when they want to make a racial issue that white people are not that bad. And if you have to do that, you kind of like, that is to me proverbial other way of saying, I'm not racist, but whenever you hear people say that, I'm not racist, or I'm not racist because I have black friends, or ... And my point is, you can make your point based upon truth. As Christians, you should make your point based upon God's truth. But therein lies the problem. Because when we come to this issue of race, rarely do people really want to use the Bible and really talk about biblical truth. In other words, when it comes to race issues, people lay their religion aside in favor of their culture. That is why you will find that Fox News, The Blaze, The Drudge Report, Breitbart, all of them are favorites to white conservatives. And there's this conservative effort to say racism doesn't exist. Slavery wasn't that bad. Oh, slavery was ancient history. Of course, they usually just never talk about Jim Crow at all. Okay? Which tells me what's really in their heart. See? What's really in their heart. And of course, they have their, again, black heroes that they tout, that they may say something. And if they say it, a person like Candace Owens is great because you know what? When she trashed George Floyd, when she trashed him, that's because there were white people who wish they could say that. And she's kind of a scapegoat. She can say it and go, see, she said it, right? When she says that black people are dangerous. Some of the most ridiculous things that some of these black people have said. For example, Larry Elders. Larry Elders once criticized Tamara Rice, 12-year-old Tamara Rice. It's his fault that he got shot. Some of you may not be familiar with the case. Tamara Rice was playing in the park. Playing with a BB gun or a toy gun. Playing in the park. That's all he was doing. What was his crime? A black boy playing in the park. Neighbor called. There's a man playing in the park. Cops rolled up within 15 feet of him, 20 feet of him. In 2 seconds, shot him dead. Larry Elder said, well, he shouldn't have been playing in the park. This is the kind of despicable things that these black faces are saying. Jesse Lee Peters, the Reverend Jesse Lee Peters, who was a favorite on the Sean Hannity show. So he used to be on Fox News. And again, when you want to bring somebody on to trash black people, Larry and Jesse never fade. Of course, Candace is now the new face. Jesse Lee Peters once said, and there's a lot of stuff that we could really spin on them, but Jesse Lee Peters once said this. He goes, I'm telling you, all black people are mentally retarded. Jesse Lee Peters said that. All black people are mentally retarded. Now, you might say, why did he say that? Because people did ask him. He said, because they're having these babies out of wedlock. Well, Jesse got a baby out of wedlock. See, now let's get back to Candace. Candace, who is now the it girl. And she is basically where a lot of them want to be, at the White House with Trump. You can bet your bottom dollar she is going to be campaigning with Trump. She's going to make an appearance at Trump rallies. Well, Candace, basically, again, they bring her on, but they need somebody to trash black people. And Candace basically said this once, I haven't seen racism in my lifetime, except, she sued her high school for racism. And she is disparaged to NAACP, who got her the lawsuit won settlement for her racism lawsuit, NAACP. See, it's not, again, these black faces, they know we just say this stuff because white people want us to say it or want to hear it. Half the time they don't even believe it, whether they do or not. You got other people like Diamond and Silk, right? And they, again, spout off stuff until sometimes there was another guy, I forgot his name. But he's now kind of bitter. I can't think of his name. I wish, because again, these black faces. There was another, there's a whole list of them that we can go on. They come and they go. And basically, they are the new black face because white people put them up, bring them on their shows to say things that, guess what, they wish they could say without being called racist. All right, guys, that is my perspective Please like and share this video and subscribe to BP, the Bible Perspective. And as always, if you have a thought or comment, add it to the comment section below. All comments are welcome. Till next time, I'll see you then.